Namaste, angels. This is the daily reading for today, August 8th, 883. So, a 1, right? 883, 8 plus 8 is 16 is 7 plus 3 for the 2019 is 10. A 1. Could be about new beginnings, maybe in relationships, specifically with the Sagittarius moon. The Sagittarius is like Cupid, the archer. Could be. Also, the two most, spiritual numbers, 7 and 3, both kind of representative of God. So that's interesting too. Let's see what this day has in store. We're going to begin with yes, it's a Sagittarius moon. So that's the first thing. And we're going to begin the second thing with the year 1509, when Emperor Krishnadeva Raya is crowned, marking the beginning of the regeneration of the Vijayanagar Empire in southern India. 1609, Venetian Senate examines Galileo Galilei's telescope. 1786, the U.S. Congress unanimously chooses the dollar as the monetary unit for the United States of America. 1925, the first national march of the Ku Klux Klan. It's between 25,000 and 40,000 marchers in Washington, D.C. 1945, the USSR establishes a communist government in North Korea. 1974, U.S. President Richard Nixon announces he will resign at 12 p.m. the next day. And 1988, a ceasefire between Iran and Iraq takes effect after 8 years. On 8/8 in 1988, after 8 years, the ceasefire. Isn't that interesting? Did you know discovery of most distant galaxy, 15, 10, 12, or 15 by 10 by 12 light years away, is announced on this day, also in the year 1988. 8888. Famous birthdays: Dustin Hoffman, Roger Federer, and Shawn Mendes. Dustin Hoffman is 82? Oh, okay. I was thinking, because I went to school with his daughter Jennifer. So I'm like, we're the same age. He sounds pretty old, but he's only like 10 years older than my parents, actually. So it's not heinous. Anywho, would you believe Will Kellogg invents cornflakes on this day in the year 1898? Number dyslexia. Number dyslexia. Oh, you know what has been happening today? What's interesting? Twice I watched my bloodstone bracelet try to remove itself from my foot. And I just kindly rolled it back on up. It's an anklet, rather, not a bracelet. Anyway, famous weddings. 1502, Jacobus IV of Scotland marries Margaretha Tudor. That sounds kind of familiar from the day prior. I think there was a woman named Margaretha the day prior doing something. 1778, which is it's 788. It's not the 3 8s, or 878. Naturalist. What is wrong with me? I can't read today. Jean-Baptiste Lamarck, 34, weds Marie-Anne Rosalie Delaporte. 1810, Urdu poet Mirza Ghalib marries Ma'aruf, daughter of Nawab Ilahi Baksh, or Bakash, Baksh, and moves to Delhi. Famous divorces. 1946, Esther Krakauer divorces mobster Bugsy Siegel, 40, after 17 years of marriage. 8. 1968, actor Jack Nicholson, 31, divorces Sandra Knight, 28, after 6 years of marriage. And lastly, 2001, actor Tom Cruise and actress Nicole Kidman divorce after 10 years of marriage. I forgot they were married too before he married that other one. Famous deaths: George Canning, Patricia Neal, and Glenn Campbell. Glenn Campbell was an actor and a country singer, one of the leading figures in country pop during the 1960s and 70s. Having established himself as a commercially successful solo artist by the late 60s, he transitioned into acting with his debut on the Glenn Campbell Good Time Hour, making him an international star. He was born on April 22nd, 8 or 422 or 2222 in the year 1936 or 19 in Delight, Arkansas, USA, and was a rat on the Chinese zodiac and a Taurus. He died on August 8th in 2017. So he died on 88118 at the age of 81 of 81. So he's got a bunch of 8s and 1s. I also noticed that his birthday ultimately equaled 9 also. Patricia Neal was an actress, American, best known for her film roles as the World War II widow Helen Benson in The Day the Earth Stood Still in 1951, wealthy matron Emily Estace Failston in Breakfast at Tiffany's, is it Failston? Faillenson. I think so, yes. That was in 1961. And middle-aged housekeeper Alma Brown in HUD, 1963, for which she won the Academy Award for Best Actress. She was born on January 20th in 1926 in Packard, Kentucky, USA, and was an ox on the Chinese zodiac and an Aquarius on the star signs. Very nice, ox and Aquarius. She died on August 8th in 2010 at the age of 84 of lung cancer. August 8th, 2010 has the same numerology of this year. It's the 883. George Canning was a British Prime Minister in 1827, which is 99, and he was a foreign minister from 1822, which is 22, or 13, or 4, 11, 11, through 1827, which again is 99. 11, 11, 9, 9. He had the shortest tenure of any Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, a mere 119 years, 11 and 9. He was born on April 11th in the year 1770 in London, England, United Kingdom, and was an Aries. He died on 8/8/1827, 8899, at the age of 57. He died in office. Going back up to the birthdays. Shawn Mendes is only 20. Jeez. I thought he was like I didn't think he was my age or anything, but I thought he was like a grown man. I've seen him on talk shows and stuff. Interesting. Didn't realize he was that young. In this picture, he looks very young, but anyway. He's Canadian, and he rose to fame, or his fame began in 2015 when he released his debut EP, Handwritten, containing the song Stitches, which reached number 1 in the UK. Oh yeah, he sounded very young on that. Okay, I remember that. His follow-up album, Illuminate, the following year, contained the number 1 singles Treat You Better and There's Nothing Holding Me Back, which were hits around the world. He released his third self-titled album in 2018, which included the number 1 hit, In My Blood. He was born on August 8th in 1998, 88999, in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and is 20 years old. 11. A tiger on the Chinese zodiac and a Leo. How cool is that? A tiger and a lion. Roger Federer is 37 years old. He's a tennis champion, Swiss, widely regarded as the greatest tennis player of all time. He holds several men's world records of the Open era, such as holding the world #1 position for 302 weeks, including a 237 consecutive week stretch at the top from 2004 through 2008, winning 17 Grand Slam singles titles and reaching each Grand Slam final at least 5 times. He was born on August 8th in 1981 in Bad Mingen, Switzerland, and is 37 years old. A rooster on the Chinese zodiac and a Leo. That's one we don't see all that often too, the rooster. Dustin Hoffman, lastly, is an actor, American. Oh, they did him dirty. They just said he was famous for Kramer versus Kramer and Rain Man. This Dustin Hoffman has been an actor since I think he was like 18. What about The Graduate? Oh, wow. Anyway, he was born on 8/8 in 1937. So 8811 or 8811 in Los Angeles, California, USA, and is 82 years old. 811. An ox in the Chinese zodiac and a Leo. He was the last. So, going to the dice, we got Try Again, Cocktail, and Romantic Dinner. I found cocktails in my... You know when you clean out your drawer? So it's like that top drawer. I don't know if you guys have this too, but I have like this, you know, the top drawer. I have the dresser with the 2 top drawers, you know, and 2 drawers on each side. So it's like 2, 4, 6, 8, right? And the left top, I just put like crap in there. Like it's like, well, not crap, but it's like random stuff. Anyway, I found a bottle of Ciroc pineapple and a bottle of Fireball. And I'm like, when in the world did I do this? Did I put this in here? It's like a pirate's treasure. But I'm thinking there was a time when my ex, and we weren't together. We just had a really tumultuous, like 3-decade long relationship of one type or another. And he was moving to the West Coast. I had this conversation the other day, not this conversation about him, but in general, how I have never like threatened a man, like I'm going to do this if you leave me or whatever. And I've never asked one to stay, like not even like my ex-husband and stuff. So, like please don't go or whatever. He was moving and I didn't say anything. I was sick though. I was really messed up. And so it was kind of like an organized messed up though, because I still did what I had to do. You know, when people get really, really messed up, they just, they fuck up at work, they fuck up in life in general. I wasn't doing all that. But when I came home from work, I drink like a pint of vodka straight out the bottle or whatever. And I did this for like 3 weeks straight. And then finally I said, like, what are you doing? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Cut it out. And then I didn't do it anymore. So I'm like, maybe that's when I had this liquor. I'm going to drink that Fireball this weekend, though. I need to find some rum shada. If you ever have the chance to have Fireball and rum shada mixed together over ice, do it. Do it. Take the opportunity. All right, so Try Again, Cocktail, and Romantic Dinner. Let's see what we get. Oh, Cocktail goes good with Romantic Dinner, and so does Try Again. We could be trying again, maybe to have a date that we tried before, things didn't work out, somebody got stood up, or whatever. It just never happened, never materialized. Maybe we're trying that again. Spirit says 29. That's that spiritual partnership. You could be trying again in our relationship in general. It is a Sagittarius moon. I talked about Cupid, the archer. I'm excited. Dirty movie. Somebody might be naked. I'm kidding. Well, it's possible, like on a FaceTime or something like that. People do stuff. Grown people do stuff, and that's okay. The last one is it's 50-50, and this too could be about relationships, the give and take, the need for balance, the need for equity. You do your part, I do mine. It's 50-50, but we both give 100%. That's how we're going to have a good relationship. Maybe we didn't do that before. Maybe that's how we have to try again, And speaking of abundance and wonderful things, and the number 10, which this day is, 8 plus 8 plus 3 equals 10. I'm starting with Major Arcana card 10, the Wheel. So our abundance continues. And I'm glad that you guys have actually been seeing the abundance. I really, really like that. Expect a sudden positive change in your life. You can now move forward and make great progress. I mean, you know, we've always been successful. One of you, at least, will say, okay, your reading was like a personal one for me today. But just to see everybody sort of, you know, eating, as they say, like abundance coming in, money, you know, good things in relationships, just whatever you've been trying to manifest, it coming for so many people at the same time, not just you guys, my patrons, but in general, it's really, really awesome. Anyway, opening to the 9 of Spring. You've worked hard, and what you've created is impressive and worthy of protecting. Annoying challenges may pop up, but don't worry, you'll get through them just as you have in the past. So I had annoying challenges today, as you know. The reading that I did, like 12 o'clock in the morning, so I had it ready and available, and I sent it out bright and early in the morning to everybody. Sometime in the afternoon, I got this weird error at YouTube, and it said that something had happened in uploading, and I was looking at 2 different pictures. Like one had like, I think it was the Queen of Fire and the Page of Fire in the same shot, and the other one, the cards were still on the table, and that was the one that said it was an error. And I'm like, oh, okay. And it seemed like a duplicate upload. I'm like, oh, all right, let me delete the duplicate upload. So when I deleted it, it deleted both. There was no duplicate upload. So that was an annoying challenge. They tried to destroy something that I had created, right? You know, the video didn't want me to show the video to you guys for whatever reason. But we got that up. So something like that could happen to you, right? Some sort of annoying challenge getting in the way of what it is you're trying to accomplish, because, again, we know that this is a very high energy period that can be positive if we're able to. You sort of got to make it to, you know, the finish line in order to claim the prize, right? If you can navigate through all the bullshit and attack spiritual warfare under which we are, then, you know, you get the prize. So persevere, and you'll get this brand new something that's going to be emotionally fulfilling for you. This is the beginning of a new emotional experience for you. It may be the first blush of romantic love, the rebirth of a current relationship, or the awakening of spiritual gifts and insights. Ace of Summer and the King of Summer. Wow, very nice. Warm-hearted, devoted, loving, and faithful. A trustworthy person or relationship enters your life. You may receive wise and compassionate advice from someone. If so, they speak directly from the heart. The King of Summer is a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. I like him showing up right after the ace. I really do. And Major Arcana card 11, Strength, which represents the sign of Leo. How appropriate is this for this very special day during the period of the lionsgate? True strength is displayed through kindness, forgiveness, and compassion. You have tremendous personal power. Major Arcana card 11, Strength, does, of course, represent the sign of Leo. Wow, it's another ace, the Ace of Autumn. You can expect a windfall of abundance, such as money, timely assistance, a serendipitous meeting, or rewarding advice. You may be offered a fabulous new job or promotion, or the prospect of a profitable business venture or investment. Overall energy is the 4 of summer. Your responsibilities may distract you from noticing all the gifts that God is presenting to you. Be open to investigating opportunities that come your way. Like, don't just say, oh, that's not going to work, or, yikes. You know, I'm tall, he's short. I'm fat, he's skinny. I'm black, he's white. I'm old, he's young. You know, whatever. I'm Christian, he's Jewish. Like, don't do that. Like, you know, check things out. Or the job. You know, it's in the suburb, I wanted to work in the city. Or it's in the city, I wanted to work in the suburb. You know, don't do that. Investigate all the opportunities that come your way, just in case. You might be missing something, some sort of silver lining, you know, that's there for you. A special blessing that's hidden there for you. Crowning the masculine for the day. Boom. Right out of the gate. Major Arcana card 6, the Lovers. I told you, I felt Cupid. As soon as I remembered it was a Sagittarius moon, I just pictured the archer, you know, the Cupid. Venus's son. True and long-lasting love finds its way into your life. Follow your heart with caring actions and choices. Major Arcana card 6, the Lovers, represents the sign of Gemini. Surrounding the masculine. Ooh. Major Arcana card 15, which is another 6, right? They're both 6s. You may feel that you're trapped in your situation, but that's not true. Be careful not to overly focus upon material wealth and break free of negative thinking. So this could be, on a positive note, super, super attraction. And I said somebody might be naked. You know, maybe that kind of like super, super sexual attraction and things between partners. You know, just a really physical attraction. That's what I was trying to think of. That could definitely represent that. And maybe between... specifically, something going on maybe specifically between a Gemini and a Capricorn. Yeah. Maybe they will try again. Let's see what else we get. Masculine subconscious. That is the energy of the masculine. The King of Spring, inspiring, dramatic, ambitious, and wise. Also a Leo, like the lionsgate, the lion, Leo the lion. A Sagittarius, like today's moon. Or an Aries, ruled by Mars, the planet of action and aggression. Now's your moment to step up into a leadership role. It is 50-50, but that doesn't mean you can't step up and do the guidance and let the other person take up the 50 in the back, right? The slack. Don't hesitate. I cannot read today. Don't back away from the spotlight, as your plans will be successful as long as you stay focused upon the big picture. Crowning the feminine. Dreams come true. Or a big yes, if there's a yes or no question, maybe. Particularly if it has to do with, you know, love, romance, relationships. Yes, a big yes from the minor arcana. Now's the time when your dreams come true. Don't worry about how this will happen. Just give gratitude to God for all that you have and all that's still to come. 9 of Summer is a big yes. It is also about our dreams coming true, our wishes being granted, our prayers being answered. So basically, it is about us successfully manifesting our desires. Feminine surrounded by maybe our material desires, our financial desires. The Queen of Autumn, who is thoughtful, caring, creative, and ingenious. Our desires with regard to career. Right, where we want to work, how much we want to work. We want to work for ourselves. We want our own business, like all those kind of things. You'll be given advice that's both practical and creative, and it should be followed precisely. Focus only upon the positive in every situation or person. The Queen of Autumn is a Taurus, speaking of Venus, like, you know, she rules all abundance, but she rules the sign of Taurus, so these earth signs. Virgo, still could be, or Capricorn, which it mirrors, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. It's not an earth sign at all. Feminine subconscious. The Five of Winter. This is your mind. Keep that in mind. So this is you conflicted. These are thoughts in your head that are negative or that's reflective of overthinking, or thinking on something like, you didn't say the right thing, or you didn't speak to somebody the right way. Maybe you got involved in drama or gossip that you could have otherwise avoided. Those are all potentials. Your current path isn't leading you toward the happiest possible outcome, so why not change it? Always maintain integrity and compassion, but also be alert to the hidden agendas of others. Crowning. Speaking of Taurus, here crossing the Queen of Autumn, it is Major Arcana card 5, Unity, which is the Hierophant. Embrace this time of deep spiritual growth. You may feel called to act as a mentor, to find a new teacher, or to spend time with others who are also on a spiritual path. I see people getting together today, maybe just because it's 8/8 and people want to get together. I see that for one thing. Somebody could be planning to go to school. Also, it is August. It's almost time for back to school. Maybe some people are actually starting already or considering taking some kind of class. Again, having the money to do so. Having the ability, the wherewithal, the affordability, whatever it is. Whether it's money, it's time, you're able to do it. And for some, it can just be about regular nurturing. It may be conflicted about that, and even possibly feeling guilty, because we do that as feminine, and particularly women, and particularly mothers. We do that. Like there's like a guilt feeling of taking care of yourself. But you have to. You may need to be around other people like you. At the root, foundation. Speaking about being around other people like you, and speaking of abundance too. This is abundance that's owned. It could be having to do with relationships. Maybe we felt stuck. We don't know what to do with regard to a relationship. Well, maybe we're at that crossroad. We're going to have to work it out with them. Decide where do we go from here, if anywhere. Or this could be about a second chance. A second time around. Try again. Like the die said. As it relates to abundance in general, it's about abundance that is earned, that is coming to you. It could be a raise, a bonus, a promotion. This could be you being a boss now, again, a supervisor, a manager, the owner. It's time to get clarity about your life purpose and to make changes so that you're on the path most divinely suited to you. Forgive what has been without judgment. Remember I talked about guilt feelings? Yeah, let go of anything like that. And fearlessly embrace what's to come instead. At the heart of the matter, Major Arcana card 7, the Chariot again. So it's still this victory. The Chariot sitting next to the Devil is like Cancer and the Capricorn. It's Capricorn axis. Jumped out at me. Remember I said sometimes I don't mention about watching out for tickets and stuff. I think I'm going to mention it today. Particularly for a male, a masculine. With the Chariot sitting here next to the Devil. Be careful about like speeding and parking somewhere where it says no parking or something like that. You can successfully balance various or opposing energies, like the one I was talking about. I'm Jewish, you're Christian. I'm skinny, you're fat. Right? I'm short, you're tall. Those are, opposing perhaps energies and ideologies and traits and stuff. But we can figure out a way to work through them and to compromise and to collaborate. Anyway, if we, focus on the intention, through determination and focus, we want to make it work. We want to put effort into something and make it work. We can make it work. You've earned the rewards and recognition that you're seeking, that you're receiving. So that can include your relationship itself. Like, you've earned the right to pursue this. Not only does everybody deserve love in general, but you've earned through all the work that you've done, all the delayering, all the inner work, all the, dark night of the soul and all that kind of stuff. You've earned finally this to culmination for things to start to come together. Let's see, why else might the devil be here, though, aside from the fact that he is a Capricorn and he can represent sexual energy when tied with the Lovers. And what else did we say? Might have to do with somebody having trouble with a car. What else might the devil be here for? Disappointment. Now, still, we may be disappointed in the Capricorn. I'm still getting that as a possibility too. Or disappointed in ourselves that we didn't break free from something, that we felt trapped, or that we were afraid. We fell into ego. We fell into fear. Focus upon the fact that God loves you and always has the highest of intentions for you. A positive outlook makes it easier to recover from life's little difficulties. So if you did go through something like that, you can bounce back with the right attitude. And that will allow you to move onward and upward, which you need to do and what the universe wants you to do. That's why Judgment is sitting here. And we'll take the next one too, because it's upright. I'll just be greedy. It is Major Arcana card 3, the Empress. Could have something to do with some sort of party of 3. Maybe that's why you've disappointed yourself or disappointed somebody else, because there's something going on in the mix, an additional energy. It's time to hop into action on a more positive note. Use your natural creativity to bring forth prosperity and success in your life. You could be disappointed in yourself because, you didn't take a leap. You slipped into fear, you slipped into ego, and you didn't take an opportunity for a new something out of fertile energy. Could be a relationship, could be a job, could be whatever. There was an opportunity for something to happen, and rather than this where it says make sure you check into every opportunity, you let it pass you by. So that could be how you discipline yourself. When I picked up the 4 of Summer, by the way, there's a huge opportunity sitting right behind it. It's that Ace again. The Ace of Summer, as it relates to relationships, for example, which for some this is definitely about, with the Lovers sitting next to the Hierophant and crossing the Chariot and Judgment at the foundation. A lot of Major Arcana today too. It can be about brand new relationships. It can be about getting back together with somebody, reunions, reconciliation. Whatever it is, it's emotional and fulfilling. So it could even be a job, like the job of your dreams, right? A big yes from the Minor Arcana for the feminine. The job of her dreams that she's been trying to manifest. Maybe as a spiritualist. Maybe in travel. Oh. This goes under this 4. This goes here. No. This goes here. And this goes here. And this goes here. Yeah, now we got it. What else? And there's another one. That's the last one. It is the King of Autumn. So again, for some, it is an actual person. And very, very possibly an earth sign. Very, very possibly a Taurus. With the Empress and the Hierophant both crossing. Or a Capricorn. I mean a Virgo too, but those are the two. And then there's a couple at the table. The King and Queen of Autumn mirroring each other. So like I said, for some this definitely has to do with relationship. And I think that the disappointing energy is attached to both this King of Spring and this King of Autumn. Like there's been a King of Spring and very, very possibly, I'm just feeling the fire really strong, very, very possibly an actual fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, and an actual earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, who has disappointed himself and or another, quite possibly his love interest. But we can fix that. We can fix that. That's what the Chariot in the middle says. Further advice to the masculine, maybe what he can do directly. Here's, I knew it. I said that fire, I feel it so strong. Maybe because it was the next card too. So now it's like another couple here. And I do think that there could be some actual fire on fire. Doesn't have to be both sun. Could be both sun, fire signs. But doesn't have to be. I definitely feel that this can totally be talking about an actual fire on fire and actual earth on earth. So let's say, for example, the masculine is a Gemini sun and a Capricorn moon, or vice versa, something like that. And the feminine is also a Capricorn or a Taurus. Those kind of things and combinations. Further advice for the feminine. The 8 of spring. You've been presented with many wonderful opportunities all at once. While this may feel very stressful, remember to be grateful for the blessings that heaven sends you. This is news coming in from somewhere. Could be in the mail. Could receive something in the mail. A check. A notice. Some sort of very good news, but maybe attached to, again, career, finances, the material. I don't know why we're worried here. Why would we be worried about that? Like I said, this is about you being conflicted about something. Maybe it's tied to an earth sign. Earth sign gave you something, left you something. Again, this doesn't have to be somebody that's living. This could be like an inheritance or something. Yes, coming in. And that's why it's like also, while it's good news, and maybe it might even help you to travel or to move, or if not to literally move or travel, at least to move forward in your life. Right, because this abundance is coming in, but it's how it came in. It's right. You lost somebody that you loved, possibly, maybe an earth sign, again, and now Virgo's entered the mix too, with Major Arcana card 9, the Hermit here. Take time for contemplation, to retreat and to go within. Be a beacon for others also on their spiritual path and enlightenment. So you might be able to talk to somebody else, maybe who's going through this, and to help them with that too. But somebody's a feminine, a female, I think, even more so, is super conflicted. Just needing some peace. And again, maybe to spend some time around some other spiritual people, or to get some sort of energy healing, or do some meditation or something with the Hierophant and the Hermit both showing up here. Very, very spiritual cards. The Ace of Summer or Water can be about ascension and spirituality as well. And both of these cards about, the Five of Winter in this placement is about, again, something on your mind. And the Hermit is about, like, exactly what? Not only in your mind, but on your heart, too. Like, what is it? So, definitely the feminine going within. I was going to be greedy again, but the next card is upside down, so I'll finally cut it out. Overall, positive. Keep your spirits up, and definitely you may have some relationship issues pop up, keep your check yourself. Keep yourself in check. Make sure. I don't see any King of Swords here, but still make sure you say what you mean what you say. There's a lot of major arcana here. There's a lot of karmic energy is what that means. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the table. Yeah, so that's heavy energy over which we don't have control. So make sure that over what you do have control, you actually control it. Starting with yourself. I hope that you guys have enjoyed the daily. I'll be back tomorrow, Friday, into and through the weekend. Namaste.